Hi, I'm Shannon Brooks, and this is a brief introduction to my poster presentation for the ICMPC ESCOM 2021 conference. This poster is titled The Coordination Dynamics of Multi-Agent Human Interaction, Recurrence Quantification Analysis of a Musical Performance. For some background, musical ensembles are useful models of human social interaction. They provide ecological validity by allowing the musicians to perform in a naturalistic way, and experimental control, because as researchers, we know exactly what role each musician plays within the musical ensemble. Previous work has analyzed these coordination patterns by correlating signals obtained from individual musicians and correlated in order to learn about group musical behavior. In our project, we analyzed these coordination patterns from acoustic data recorded from a musical ensemble as a whole, because in our case, individual signals from each musician were not practical to be obtained. We analyze this in a musical piece that exhibits periods of non-interaction and interaction. And let me show you what I mean. What you just heard was a musical performance called Welcome to the Imagination World, composed by Daisuke Shimizu. And this performance exhibits both uncoordinated or aleatoric individual music making, which you saw at the beginning, and coordinated joint music making that's dictated by the musical score. And we took 30 and 5-second samples from each of these sections. We subjected these acoustic samples to phase-space reconstruction and recurrence quantification analysis. Our hypothesis was that RQA metrics overall should increase during interaction, and I've included these sample recurrence plots to help you show the kind of results we might expect. We might expect the acoustic behavior from our uncoordinated, non-interacting musicians to resemble this recurrence plot that's highlighted in green, which is a recurrence plot of uncorrelated white noise. When our musicians begin interacting and coordinating with each other, we might expect that the RQA metrics that we derive from that acoustic behavior to resemble some variation of the plots on the right. And what did we find? We did find that there was some structure in our musicians when they started to interact with each other. We found that recurrent stability and variability measures, as indicated by RQA, all increased when the musicians were coordinating as an interacting ensemble. In addition, the variability in these measures also increased, indicating that the interacting ensemble of musicians were able to explore a greater variety of acoustic behavior than when they were performing as non-interacting individuals. And finally, we found that it is possible to detect differing coordination patterns of interaction and non-interaction from raw acoustic data recorded from a group as a whole, when it is not feasible to obtain individual measurements from individual musicians. And of course, this project would not have been possible without my advisor, Ramesh Balasubramaniam, my research partner, Marley Reeves, and our collaborator, Michael Spivey. Thanks so much for listening.